Sugar, well, come here, Sam. Have a seat here. Sam Watson, c'est le représentant de Harleman.
It's a great fight. I mean, he said he was going to do that, and he done it. I mean, Fonfara, I thought Fonfara would hang around a little bit longer, but once he got hit with them bombs, there was some hard punches. That left hand is vicious, so it's great. That's it. That's the truth. That's the truth.
The Sugar, can you give us your assessment on the fight?
Brilliant fight. I don't know. Sitting in the corner, you really can't see much. So sometimes I miss things. So I didn't even see the first knockout. It was so fast. So I did see the replay. It was a little half step back, left hand, and he caught from far a little bit off balance, leaning forward, as Andrew always fights like that. Something that we prepared for. We knew it from the first fight, and Adonis executed perfect left hand. I mean, everybody knows he has a devastating left hand. I mean, everybody knows that, and that's the game plan, is to try to stop the left hand. But he throws it from so many different angles. I mean, that's his weapon of choice, and nobody stopped it yet. So he's going to keep using the left hand. He used the left hand. I almost want to say excessively, but in the second round, he just walked up left hand, left hand, left hand, left hand. That was it. I mean, and everybody saw the blows. I mean, they were hard blows, and Fonfara has he has a great heart. Solid. A real gentleman too. So it's there's no bad feelings or anything like that. Him and Adonis respect each other. Very much, and it was a great fight for me. Second round, I like first round knockouts. That's how you won a championship. So second round's even better. And I just asked Adonis. I was asking him, about the fight. I asked him, did he get hit? And he said no. He said, I don't remember him getting hit, so I had to ask somebody. So that's the whole fight. So that's an excellent fight when you don't get hit. The name of the game is just the sweet science of boxing, is to hit and not be hit. So yeah, I think it was an excellent job. Congratulations.
Sam voulait dire quelque chose.
Adonis Stevens at 175 is the greatest fighter out there. There's a lot of them talking about it, but Adonis Stevens will fight anybody at 175. He will honor his commitment with WBC. He's not. Alvarez deserves to fight him. If Alvarez is next, if I'm Michelle, Al Heyman, and Adonis Stevens will get together, and we'll go down. But right now, Adonis Stevens will fight anybody at 175.
Who wants to fight him now?
That's the problem. He's the most feared man at 175 for real. Nobody wants to fight him because he has that one punch that can hurt you for real. For real. I mean, you can dance around all you want. When he hits you with that thing, it hurts. It hurts.
As quickly as you can, right from the start.
Definitely. First of all, I talk and I said I'm going to win by knockout, and sooner I catch him, I'm going to knock him out. So that's the first.
But he was not sure to catch him that quick. This is what he said.
Mr. Watson, how happy are you with the presence that was had here in Montreal? Showtime and PBC has been here quite a few times. Are we looking forward to maybe having you here a couple more times?
I love coming here, man. I mean, this is the greatest place for me anywhere in Canada. I couldn't even get to sit in the country this time, but Ron Michelle called somebody, and they got me, and I'm just happy to be back out here again. And Adonis Stevens, my best friend, and Sugar Hill, his whole crew. So everybody works together. We all work together. And Adonis Stevens is, when he first came with us, we asked him, "Can you knock everybody out?" And he has knocked everybody out. Because Fonfara got away last time. He survived last time, but he comes back and he knocks him out. I mean. He made me understand boxing now. I don't care about nobody dancing around. Knock him down, knock him out. I don't say I won that fight. You gotta knock him down. You gotta beat him up bad, and that's what he does.
So you're pleased with the turnout? You would call Montreal a real fight city?
Montreal, yes. Montreal is fantastic. Girls dancing and all the girls dancing, and I couldn't keep my eyes off the girls. They were dancing, and Adonis was hitting them, and I was going wild, and I was happy all the way around. I love Montreal. I love all Canada. Quebec, All of y'all. It's the greatest place on earth.
Sorry, Mr. Place to be.
Place to be with Adonis Stevens on 5 and 16.
What do you have to say to people that say that the most dangerous guy in this division is Arthur Victoria?
Whoop.
Yes.
That's the new young guy? I only know at 175, Adonis Stevens is one of, to me, the most feared man in boxing. And like somebody said, who really wants to fight him? They can talk, but who really wants to get hit? And he didn't, I thought he was coming with the right hand too, but the left was working so good, you gotta do what you gotta do. So, Adonis Stevens is #1 right now at 175. He's been #1 since when I met him, 2013. He came on strong and he's done everything he's supposed to do. We won the fight over the United States, and we're gonna fix that too. Somebody, I really believe that I can't wait for him to fight in New York or Vegas or LA, because it'll be fantastic. They all want to see it down. They want to meet him. They want to see him. He got a condo in LA. He has never been there. He's never been in a condo.
And you don't have to cross the border.
A brand new condo in LA right now, and I go back and look at it every once in a while. He never been there in 4 years.
I'm coming.
We all know that Adonis Stevens at 175 is the most feared man. Hopefully, one of these days, all those other guys who supposed to be, whoever you're talking about, they'll get a shot. Because he's ready to fight anybody. He's not ducking from nobody. They ducked him. Now, I've seen him ducking. So,
I have a question for the champ.
okay, it's a dangerous.
We got a question in the back.
Question for the champ. Ward Kovalev went down the first time. Some of us know that you were watching it very closely. Who do you have winning the first fight, and who do you have winning the second fight?
The first fight, I saw Ward win the fight. And the second, I think it's 50-50. But if you go to the distance, I think Ward he should win the fight. If it's close, Ward is going to win.
Thank you, champ.
Okay.
Last one. Do you have any preference at all as to who you fight next? Like, do you don't care?
I don't care, me, my job is get in the ring and get ready, and who's gonna fight me, or I don't care if this how him and to make it happen, So me, I'm a fighter. I'm a fighter, so
Yes, he said that unification will be his priority. So the winner of Ward Kovalev would be switched. But beside that, we'll honor the WBC at the rest. Ok, merci beaucoup.